the Teachers Off Duty podcast is in big trouble. So if you didn't already know what the Teachers Off Duty podcast is, it's a group of teachers that talk about their experiences as teachers, whether those experiences being good, bad, funny, or even sad. Different teachers have come and gone on the podcast, but the teachers on the podcast that we're talking about today are Tell, Lauren, Gabe, and Devin. The reason why this specific podcast is under fire right now is because of the comments Gabe, Devin, and Lauren made. Tell didn't say anything, which is also not great, but at least he didn't make ableist comments about IEPs, which is what the other three did. For those who don't know what an IEP is, it's an individualized education program, which are specifically made for people with disabilities, whether those disabilities are physical or mental. For example, if you have an IEP for ADHD, your IEP may say that you can go on a walk whenever you feel the need to, and teachers are notorious for not following these, because most think a lot of the students that have them don't actually need them and are fine without them. Which leads me to this clip in particular.
I had a couple of kids that are on IEPs, but they're barely qualified.
This statement right here is terrible because no one is just barely eligible for an IEP. You're either eligible or you're not. It's not, they're just barely making the cut for an IEP.
I'll talk to the parents and be like, they have every ability to do this, and this.
It may seem like they're able to do these things, but not all disabilities are shown. So mentally, they may not be able to do the things that she is asking them to do.
Telling them like, oh, they have a study guide, they have this, I send home. The parents just go, really? They death stare their child. And I'm not trying to get the kid in trouble, but I'm like, you messed up.
I love that moment when you tell the parents what's going on and then the parents just slowly turn and look at the kid like, oh, that's not what you told me. And you just know right away like, oh, this is not going to go good once they get in the car.
That is, I don't even know what to say about that one. That one's just terrible. You love when you watch your students get in trouble by their parents because of something that they did. Why do you love that? That is horrible. This is why a lot of students hate their teachers and think that they're out to get them because of people like these teachers.
I have a few students like that this year that are like trying to play it like their parents are the ones that aren't helping them. And I'm like, no, you don't take anything I give you home.
You can't even be for sure that they're not taking anything home. You just think they're not taking anything home.
To talk crap about the kid and the kid's there, because you could be like, this kid is DUMB, and I would be worried about him knowing what I'm saying, but he can't spell.
That last comment, you are calling kids dumb and then making a joke like, yeah, I'd be worried about calling them dumb. Which, first of all, already calling a child dumb, especially your student, is awful. And then making fun of them or making a joke about making fun of them is even worse. So you can see why a lot of people are upset about this. I'm upset about this. These are some horrible things to say, especially coming from teachers, like actual teachers who are currently teaching. At least some of them are. Now, as fucked up as all of this is, you would imagine that they made an apology for their actions. Nope. They posted whatever the fuck this is. I would not consider this an apology, and anyone who does, you're off your rocker, man. Dear valued listeners, viewers, and followers, we recently posted a clip from an episode about parent-teacher conferences on the Teachers Off Duty podcast social media platforms that included a conversation in which we regret that our words and thoughts were not carefully chosen. That's not even like, I'm sorry for not saying the right words. No, you purposely said these words, and that's not, oh, I messed up on wording. That's you saying some horrible ass stuff and then being like, sorry, we chose some bad words for this. No, you chose a bad story to tell. You chose a bad topic to talk about, and you chose bad views. We know this conversation has caused pain, and we apologize and take responsibility for everyone that it hurt, whether it be a student, parent, or fellow teacher. As teachers, we always want to advocate for our kids and educators and always try to keep them out of harm's way. Unfortunately, during this recording session, we fell short of that. Yes, you did. This definitely caused a lot of people pain because it was terrible. They said terrible things. Additionally, looking back, a joke was made that upon listening to your concerns and reflecting, we see was wrong and in poor taste. The fact that you recorded it, sent it to someone else to edit the video, got the video sent back to you, watched the video again after it was edited, made sure that the video was okay, and then posted it to YouTube, then edited it again down to smaller clips for TikTok and posted it again. That after all of that, yeah, that's a pretty good moment. I'm gonna leave this in. You had the decision. You made the decision to keep that in the podcast. You made the decision to make those jokes. The fact that it took you that long to realize we messed up is a problem. Often we use comedy and humor on our podcast that we hope listeners understand is never intended to be malicious. And though intentions weren't meant to be so, the impact it left was. Yes, it was. Intentions or not, you still made a terrible joke and you really haven't apologized for it. While there may be hundreds of other published videos in which we show and express our support and how we advocate for our profession and our students, this one failed to do so. Thank you for everyone who called us into a conversation and expressed how our words were harmful, and have now given us the opportunity to reflect on how we can learn to do better and be better educators and advocates. It shouldn't have come to people calling you out. As always, we appreciate your support and will continue to make a more conscious effort to use our platform to spread happiness and empower others. That was the worst apology. Maybe you said it was better if it was said by the people that did these things instead of written by, who knows? Was it written by all of them? Was it written by one person? We don't know. It's not as sincere. It comes off terribly. This apology was on the actual Teachers Off Duty account, like their TikTok account, but the teachers themselves also made apologies on their own accounts. At least some of them did. Lauren, the main one talking, the one in the gray, she posted this basic ass apology that kind of sucks, in which she says it was a terrible thing to say and her intention was never to hurt anyone, and the clip doesn't represent her views. Honestly, it kind of sounds like she's the one who wrote the Star Wars ass apology. She probably did. Her apology sucked. Tell, the one that I was talking about earlier, he made an apology where he basically said he should have said something, which I agree, and he admits that he wasn't the advocate that he thought he was and is making an actual attempt to learn and be better. His apology was the best, which is funny because he had the least to apologize for, and the other two have ignored the situation altogether. Not even surprising. In conclusion, this podcast needs to do better, and the other two need to make an apology. If there's any updates to the situation, I will post another video, so make sure to hit the bell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different because it isn't on YouTube drama, it's on TikTok drama, and thank you guys for 100 subscribers. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm out. Bye-bye.